Hello, my dear friends. I would like to start this video with a simple question to you. Can I declare 6% of my turnover as my income and pay income tax on it? Assume I am a business person and I am running a business. I have 1 crore turnover in the last financial year 23-24, and I wanted to show to the government I have earned only 6 lakh out of this entire business of 1 crore turnover, and I will pay tax only on 6 lakh, and I'm going to declare 94 lakhs as my expenses. Is it allowed as per Income Tax Act? The answer is yes. Hi, my name is Ganesh Shetty. By profession, I'm a chartered accountant and I'm one of the co-founder of the company called FinCurious. So now let us understand what is this concept all about and how it works and what are the conditions if at all you wanted to avail the benefit of the presumptive taxation. So we are going to learn everything in this video, and let us start the video now. The first thing we have to understand is that what is turnover or what is receipt or what is sales. So in the business, every day sales happens. We make a sales and maybe it might be as low as 10,000 per bill, or maybe 1 lakh per bill, or maybe anything in that range, right? So we make on sales every day, and over a period of 1 year, we will make a turnover of some crores, or maybe in some businesses, it might be in some lakhs or some thousands also. All these transactions put together is called turnover. And in terms of professionals, it is also called as receipt. So this is the concept of turnover. So the net profit arrived will be after deducting a lot of expenses. As a business, we have to pay salary to the employees, and we have to pay rent and many other indirect expenses also. Reducing all these from the turnover, we are going to arrive a net profit. Generally, this net profit is the income which is earned by a business person, and taxes has to be paid on that particular net profit only, not on the turnover. On the turnover, generally GST will be applicable and we have to pay GST on it, and generally the GST is collected from the customer and we are going to pay it. But income tax will be applicable on that particular net profit earned after reducing all the expenses. This is a complete complicated calculation which only the professionals has to do it, and there are a lot of rules and regulations as per the Income Tax Act, which expenses can be deducted and which is not allowed. There are a lot of things to understand. To come out of all this complication, government has introduced the concept called presumptive taxation under section 44AD, 44ADA as well as 44AE, and which allows each business person to declare a fixed percentage of profit on turnover has their profit and pay tax on it. It is as simple as that. There are various limitation conditions also for that. Let us talk each and every section separately. First, let us understand the section 44AD, which is generally applicable to a business person. So, if at all I'm a business person and I'm earning the turnover, I'm making turnover over a period of year, and if at all I want to declare any fixed percentage on my turnover, there is a limitation. As per as the Income Tax Act is concerned, for the financial year 23-24, I can declare up to 3 crore turnover, right? If I have a turnover up to 3 crore, in that case, I can actually opt for the presumptive taxation. That is a maximum turnover limit. If I have more than 3 crore turnover, I will not be able to opt for the presumptive taxation. So up to 3 crore turnover, if I have, and in that, if the cash transactions are less than 5%, that means to say, so 95% or more percentage of that particular turnover should be collected through digital modes, like banking transaction only. Cash is not allowed. If these two conditions are satisfied, then I can opt for the presumptive taxation and I can declare 6% of my turnover as my profit, and I have to pay taxes on it. And if I have any cash transaction, then on that I have to pay at least 8% as a income earned during that particular, out of that particular turnover. So this 3 crore turnover is applicable only subject to condition of 5%, less than 5% of cash transaction. If at all I have a cash transaction more than 5%, then what is the alternative option? In that case, the turnover limit is only 2 crore. So actually the turnover limit 2 crore was increased in the financial year 23-24 as per the budget 2023. So the additional benefit of 1 crore has been given to all the business people. This is what about the for the business people. Let's think about the professionals like doctor, chartered accountant, architectures, those people. So in that cases, the section 44 ADA will be applicable, and in that case, they can go for under the presumptive taxation up to the turnover of 75 lakhs in the financial year 23-24, which was earlier 50 lakhs. So 25 lakhs additional benefit has been given in the financial year 23-24. But here I cannot declare 6% or 8%. I have to declare as a profession 50% of my turnover as my income. Of course, it is true also. In case of professionals, expenses will be less comparing with the business, right? So that is the reason government has given 50% of benefit. So no need to worry. If I have 50 lakhs turnover, I have to declare 25 lakhs as my income and I have to pay taxes on the 25 lakhs. This is the second section. And last section, 44AE, as per this section is applicable only to the people who are in the business of flying, hiring, or leasing goods carriages. Like there are specific limit also. If there is a condition, the goods vehicles shouldn't be more than 10 at any day in the financial year. In that case, they can opt for this presumptive taxation. And the calculation will be very simple. In case of heavy vehicles, it is 1,000 per ton per month. They have to declare. And other than heavy vehicles, 7,500 per month per vehicle. So like that, in a simple calculation, they can declare their income and pay taxes on it. One thing to note, I'll give you one example. I have a turnover of 1 crore and I'm going to declare, assume all are digital transaction only, no cash transaction. I'll be declaring 6% as my income. So 6 lakh is my income payable, actually taxable income, not the income tax payable. So don't get confused with this. 1 crore turnover, and on that 6% means 6 lakh is the income which I earned, which is a taxable income, and on that I have to pay income tax based on the tax slabs applicable to me as an individual. So that calculation has to be done, and accordingly tax calculation has to be done, and we have to pay the tax. So now let us understand what is the other option. If I am not eligible for this presumptive taxation, what is the other option I have to go for it? So in that case, there are other options. You have to declare more tax percentage. Basically, the tax audit also might be applicable based on your turnover. If your turnover is more than 1 crore, and if you are running a business, and if you are running a profession, if your turnover is more than 50 lakhs, then you can also go for the tax audit. And in the tax audit are mandatory in these cases. And if you do not want to go for a presumptive taxation. And in case of tax audit, if your turnover, if your profit is less than 6% also, the option is available, but you have to get it certified by a chartered accountant. And in case of professional, if your income is less than 50%, unlike a presumptive taxation, you can even go for that. But your books of account has to be audited. Government has given one relaxation option wherein you need not to maintain any books of account and just declare, and self-declaration is sufficient. So that is where the presumptive taxation system comes into picture. And what are the benefit? The number one benefit, you need not to maintain books of accounts. There are various sections talks about maintaining the books of accounts. You're supposed to maintain your books of accounts as per the Income Tax Act. If your the basic level turnover crosses a certain limit, let's see that as well. If you are an individual or if you are an HUF, then if your turnover in a year crosses more than 25 lakhs, then you have to maintain books of account. And if your income crosses more than 2.5 lakhs in any of the last 3 financial years, you have to maintain the books of account. In any other cases, it is if your turnover crosses more than 10 lakhs also, you have to maintain books of account. And if your income crosses more than 1.2 lakhs, you have to maintain the books of account. That's the requirement. So in case of notified professionals, like we have certain notified professionals also, like engineer, legal, architecture, accountant, medical, technical, interior decorators. For all these notified professionals, there's a separate limitation wherein if your gross turnovers crosses just 1.5 lakhs in all the last 3 financial years, you have to maintain the books of accounts. And if it's a new business, in the last financial year also, if your turnover process more than 1.5 lakhs, you have to maintain the books of accounts. So these are the requirement which comes to maintain the books of accounts at a very low level income also. So if you wanted to avoid all these, just you go for the presumptive taxation, and it's very easy. You can declare certain percentage of your turnover as a income, and you can pay taxes on it. And another thing, which is another benefit which you are going to get, very low income only you are going to declare as your income. It is 6% in case of digital transaction. That is a major benefit. And no audit is required, no tax audit is required. And you need not to pay advance tax also. There is a separate concept called advance taxation. You don't have to pay advance tax as per the quarterly due date. You just have to pay advance tax only on 15th March of the financial year. So that is the major benefit which you are going to get with this particular presumptive taxation. So let us also see how the procedural aspects works in case of presumptive taxation. Let me share my screen, and I will also show you certain forms, how the procedural aspect works. Basically, if you are opting for the presumptive taxation, as you can see on the screen, you have to go for ITR 4. So you have to file ITR 4, wherein if you are an individual HUF and firm other than LLP. So basically, presumptive taxation is not applicable to LLPs. If you are running a limited liability partnership, then presumptive taxation you are not eligible. And in these cases, you can go for a presumptive taxation scheme, and up to 50 lakhs turnover. Up to 50 lakhs income you can declare under section 44AD, 44AD and 44AE, and you have to use the form ITR 4 to file this particular income data to the government, and you have to pay file the income tax return. And if you are not going for the presumptive taxation, if you are an individual or HUF, you can, if you are having a income from business or profession, you definitely have to go for a ITR 3. So these are the important ITR forms. ITR 3 and ITR 4, you can opt for it, and you can file the income tax return. So this is all for today. And if you wanted to learn more about the concept, like any of the concept from income tax or GST, anything, so please comment below, and we are very happy to make the videos on it. And any questions on presumptive taxation also, you can please comment below and you can ask us. Thank you so much.